notification. Take out the heat. For his 5-0 with 7-0. You have Dylan Russell, Quentin Grimes, Jermaine Glee Jr., Bama Bio, Mark Williams. They were playing the road. That's it.
Let's meet the starters.
And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Watford out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Edwards. And it's Whitehead in at the small forward. Oh, that's blocked. It's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And so here is Miami. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Russell kicks to Adebayo. Hawkins outside. The rebound by Watford. And here are the Nets. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins. And looking for number 8. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Pass to Adebayo. Lobs it up for Hawkins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Back to Russell. Here's Grimes. Edwards defending. 4 on the clock. Here's Russell with the 3. The rebound by Watford. Nets have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive. And it's a great.
Oh, my.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Heat making a change here. Griffin's checked in. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Champ.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Russell, good ball movement here by Miami. Hawkes can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention stand for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps. And this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Edwards drives out of the rafters. He puts it in.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Hawkes the pass to Adebayo. Stolen. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Fade away. Again, the Nets for two.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. It's a 16-point game. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guy. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. And you look at Edwards, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Nets foul. Dennis Schroeder. First personal foul. First team foul.
Morris outside. Clock at 6. Driving inside. Pass to Jovic. Here's Griffin. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Brooklyn leading by 16. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about, man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Here's Jovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for the Heat. Mullen comes in for Morris. And here are the Nets. Here's Edwards. It's good for the 7th time. In this game, he has shot 7. He has made 7.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Simmons against Adebayo. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, how about Adebayo? Just discarding the defender and finishing strong.
Edwards inside, fades and shoots. Again, the Nets for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Into the lane.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Heat have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Third team foul. Now at the line.
First one falls for. He doesn't get the second one. Brooklyn leading by 18. From down in the low post, it goes. Simmons got his second bucket of the night.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Simmons. Edwards is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Trendon Watford. And it's Whitehead. In at the 3, the small forward. Grimes passes to Griffin. Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Grimes. 9 points last game. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Pass to Watford. And it's in there. Watford's got his first basket. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster is different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
Timeout called, the Heat. Smart's checked in for Griffin. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Nets.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Pass to Jovic. There's the screen from deep. Traps in the tray. Jovic has got 5.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The shot's good. 24 points for Champ.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Smart passes to Jovic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 7.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Now here's Edwards. Guarded closely. Bravo!
Wow. Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Smart passes to Jovic. They set the pick. Lets the three fly. It's deflected. Here's Schroeder. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Here's Jovic, covered by Watford. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Dennis Schroeder. How he did last season. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yeah, you need some.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Back to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ben Simmons. The Heat have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Miami. Both free throws good from Griffin. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Edwards looking it over. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Schroeder's got 6 points in the quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And it's Russell missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Baseline J on the way. Again, the Nets for 2.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Jaquez outside. Adebayo with a screen for Jaquez. A rebound by the Nets. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one. Edwards drives in. Shots good by Whitehead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. And stolen by Simmons. Watford with it. He's picked up by Russell. Intercepted. 1:03 left to play in the first half. Outside Griffin. Down low. Here's Adebayo. And just miss after miss right now. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And Edwards slams it in.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Back to Russell. Puts up a 3. Miami no good on that time either. It's the Nets now. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, they played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Russell against Schroeder. Russell looking it over. Shoots over Schroeder. Can't nail the jumper.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what
Do you look in your inbox? Yeah, your iMessage. Your ex-girlfriend Tay calling for no caller ID. I got her other number blocked. I don't know why she called me either. That was me, yeah. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that was me. Unrestricted. But this one's your ex-girlfriend. Okay, what about us? Did you read what I said in the group chat? I asked her, why did you change my girlfriend Ursula's great password to her Facebook page? Jason, aka Jawan, said who? I said Tay Williams. She left. She said, that's because she's mad that me and Ursula Grant are together and Ursula Grant doesn't have funds for her anymore or not in love with her anymore. She's in love with me more. Y'all stop being petty. You local. You left the group chat. The hell? Ursula Grant left the group chat. Oh, she has your password. Do you need to call her a bitch? Okay, I will. Love you.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what? It has to happen to pull out the win.
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey, everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Miami Heat.
Can't miss this many shots and not be competitive. They're rushing, looking desperate. Kind of feel sorry for them.
No, you don't.
You were laughing while we were watching it.
Hey, man, that's off the air.
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Yeah, Heat were hard
You
behind
take a
us,
look
but
at the
still.
Heat. It's still early,
know.
and we don't
When
want to
is
get
it
ahead
even?
of ourselves, but right
Heat
now,
be
they are
5-1.
easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. And that about wraps it up.
Okay, fourth quarter starter. Let's go.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
We've got D'Angelo Russell. Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Whitehead. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Whitehead's got 8.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
That's tipped. Outside Edwards. He takes it in and finished off by Edwards.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Dan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And finished off by Edwards.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the 3rd quarter.
Puts the move on. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, they get 1 to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. That's good from Williams. 2 minutes into the 2nd half of play now. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Hawkins outside. And the 3 off target.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the 2nd half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
For Miami, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Ben Simmons. Last season's performance for him. Averaged 6 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of the team.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
And here's Edwards from the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 45 points.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings.
And that matchup against the Hornets That one might be worth keeping an eye on. It's always a great matchup when those two face off.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
For three, Edwards. And yep, another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Pass to Adebayo. 1:57 left to play here in the third.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Claxton with it for the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Morris against Schroeder. Morris passes to Williams. Now Griffin. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Griffin's got 5 now.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Sinks the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Schroeder. Schroeder against Morris. 6 to shoot. Pass to Kamare. Here's Griffin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And he slams it down right on top of Bam Adebayo.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Pass to Williams. 15 seconds left to play in the third. They set the screen. That doesn't go either for Griffin. Edwards passes to Watford. And slam dunk by Watford.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they were really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
And so it's Brooklyn with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Greg urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach Spo right now just trying to spark a fire in his group.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Edwards. Then, and it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Yeah, what a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the taller defender.
Now here's Griffin. Outside Mullen. Shoots over Schroeder. Got a piece of it. And they recover it. Here's Griffin. Miami no good on that time either. Brooklyn's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Personal foul.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nets.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Ware. Over Claxton. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area. Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Jovic, covered by Watford. Fontecchio sets a screen. And Jovic gets it to go.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the dribble. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
To the wing right side. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Claxton, and the ball goes out of bounds. Touched by Claxton, and a new group in for the Heat. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
And he gets the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Russell against Schroeder. Jaquez outside. To the middle. Here's Kamare. Drops in the short one.
He's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's Edwards. Again, the Nets for two.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Here's Kamare. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his fourth rebound in this one. Outside Edwards. Something we're used to seeing. Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. Back to Russell. Over in the corner, Jaquez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from outside.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Got a hand on it.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions Congratulations tonight. It was a really phenomenal all-around game for Champ.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And it's giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Back to Russell. 34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Adebayo with a screen for Hawkins. Yep, it counts.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Trendon Watford. Second personal foul. First team foul. Now
that one is off.
Quentin Grimes.
Somebody cheated. 106-33. FUK is THA difficulty level.
Left in the fourth quarter.
Jesus mode. Rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing, rolling on the floor, laughing.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Champ.
Are you subscribed? Yay, I am.
Okay, good. You know, I'm gonna put the Pelicans for 4-3. Let's get it. Stop playing at home. Pelicans have jumping words.
When you sent me one.
Oh, that's why you did. That's what I did. Thanks for reminding me, Dirty. You know, Pelicans had Jonathan Murray, Jordan Hawkins, Brandon Ingram, Zion Wilson. You got some Mike Pasa. Let's get it.
No prob.
Coming right up, the Nets take. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Endorsed with how these teams like to get out and run. We should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball. But more importantly, BA, these are teams.
Oh, there's one. There's one. Hold on. Put me a point. Ben Simmons out. Classic in. Better. Okay.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the... You know, Brent, some players tend to start the season fast, and others start it slow. Which camp did you fall in?
Well, I appreciate the question, Kevin. I just personally wanted to come into the season ramped up and ready to go, in great shape, and just setting a tone for the year. That not only does it for me, but I think it does something for your teammates. But there's another side to this. The seasoning of a player is also important. A guy 10 years into the league, they're going to work themselves into a lather, and given the level of contribution that they make to the team, they'll be ready when moments are big.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Lob it forward, Ingram and Williamson. Hawkins is out there with Murray. And it's Messi in at the pivot, manning the middle. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Ingram. It's stolen by Schroeder. Outside Edwards. Pass to Watford. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Hawkins. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Williamson in the post. Claxton covering. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Edwards can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Murray against Schroeder. Murray looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the screen. Launches it. That shot off.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Well, we're talking about DeJounte Murray now. And Brent, what do you like most about his game?
Well, I like the tenacity that DeJounte brings to a game. I really feel like he ramps himself up for the biggest moments and wants to make the plays at the end of the game, whether that's scoring the basketball, passing the basketball, but really overriding that is defensively, wanting to be disruptive. So when you get a guy that competes at that high a level, that's what makes DeJounte Murray such an intriguing two-way player.
Here is Hawkins after the basket by Brooklyn to stop the drought, and there's Murray on the assist by Hawkins.
Murray has worked a ton on that jumper, and you can see the results.
Hawkins against Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets. And that one's good. Ingram.
Ingram and that body and that maturation showing off in plays just like that.
Edwards inside, and he uses the glass on the lane. Edwards got 6.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, he had 8 points over Edwards. They get it again. Messi, and the rejection by Claxton. Here is Edwards. And he drives in. Pass to Whitehead. Here is Edwards. He's covered by Hawkins. Edwards against Hawkins. Edwards can't hit.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Now here's Williamson. Covered by Watford. Williamson kicks to Murray. Lets it go with a 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It's tipped.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Hawkins passes to Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the basket by Edwards.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Edwards against Murray. Pass to Hawkins. To the paint, here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
So awesome to see Zion healthy and showing off that elite athleticism.
And here's Edwards from the arc, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Heat in Miami. Murray, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Murray's got 7.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Outside Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Edwards looking it over.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the design.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this one. Free throw good, Edwards. And Edwards drops them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Lillard outside. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's New Orleans in the driver's seat, up.
Get back in the second quarter.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another. That can be infectious.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Ingram. Damian Lillard out there with Wells. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Ryan in at the power forward. Nets trail by 6. Edwards with it. Lillard picks him up. Shots good by Whitehead.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. New Orleans making a switch here. Hawkins has checked in. There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
Now here's Lillard. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Ryan. Here's Ingram. Rebound, Brooklyn. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
Here is Hawkins. Scoreless thus far. Here's Lillard. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Lillard came to the league in 2012. The three-point revolution has agreed with him, but he can still hit mid-range shots, trust me.
Now here's Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Lillard. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Pelicans making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Pelicans. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And you know, for the Nets, they're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production.
Now here's Murray. 7 points in the game. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Edwards against Murray. To the right side. Outside Edwards. Puts it up from 17. Ryan with the rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Ingram. And he stays with it. A second chance effort. It's blocked.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Edwards against Ingram. Edwards drives in. Rebounded by New Orleans. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Ryan the pass to Hawkins. There's a good screen. Jacks up a 3. And the 3-ball is good.
Yeah, I think Hawkins would live at the arc if he could. He's very confident in that 3-point shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count the basket. And that's 20 points for Champ.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Second quarter.
Murray the pass to Ryan. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by Claxton.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
Right hand shot is off. New Orleans leading by 3. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. They set the pick. Here's Hawkins. From outside, off the mark. Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Edwards. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going. And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
Now here's Murray. He has 7. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. Number 1, the Nets.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Williamson with it, covered by Watford. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, good luck trying to stop Zion there. He's so determined to score. When the defense gets physical with him, he comes right back at him.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about it is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Claxton trying to free himself up. And Claxton throws it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so here's New Orleans following the bucket by the Nets. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Edwards with it. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And it's blocked. He got it up. Not going to go that time. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Duran. Lou, Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run the transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Duran. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. In the Eastern Conference, Champ.
Well, we could give you plenty of highlights, but a lot of substance, too. He's moving the needle for his team.
And normally I do favor the big man, but I will admit he's worth the price of admission.
When was the last time you paid to get in the game?
I pay all the time with my face.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Nicholas Claxton out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Edwards. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Whitehead in at the three. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half. And it's good for two.
The moment Williamson gets inside, virtually nothing you can do to stop that lefty.
Edwards passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting.
Now Edwards. After Zion Williamson missed from long range. Back to Watford. And slam dunk by Watford.
I love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Williamson outside. Count it, and the foul. It's on Nick Claxton.
Yeah, Williamson, such a menace inside. It just doesn't matter what the defense is going to do there.
It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a...
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And here's the look at the stats for Dennis Schroeder. Some last season stats for him. 18th in assists. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And really a good season for him distributing the basketball. Whether it was the drive and dish, pick and roll, fast break, he was money all year long.
We talk a lot about guys and the obstacles that they overcome. Williamson has faced many setbacks, but still staying committed to the game.
So he gets them both. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Oh, here's Edwards. 24 points for him. Takes it inside. Watford passes to Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The one thing about Dennis Schroeder as a point guard that you have to respect is he's fearless about attacking the rim.
Schroeder hits them both.
And really about as good a free throw shooting team as you're going to see. We're getting plenty of proof of that tonight.
Ingram finds Williamson. To the inside. Here's Messi. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Ingram up top. Drills the elbow jumper. Ingram's got 6 points.
Brandon Ingram showing off the ways he can score. You know he's playing well when he's this patient to do so.
Edwards drives in. Misses from short range. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Driving to the basket.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Pelicans trail by 4. Williamson outside. Ingram outside. The shot from the low post is good. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter. So it's Brooklyn now. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Edwards drives in, and he banks in the lane. Edwards got the lead back up to 4 now for the Nets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Murray the pass to Williamson. A minute 42 left in the third. Pass to Ingram. 5 on the clock. Williamson outside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Murray, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And here's Edwards. 28 points for him. Driving in, and the layup's good off the glass. Edwards got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Williamson outside. Hawkins kicks to Ingram. It's good from long range. Ingram's got 11 points.
Well, Ingram just letting it rip right now on the offensive end.
Pass to Watford. A 3 ball. Sinks the 3-pointer. And the Nets lead by 6.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
And the rejection by Claxton. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. 14 feet away. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Brooklyn leading by 6. Now Edwards. 30 points in the game. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they got to bring the double team.
And the Pelicans making a change here. For Brooklyn, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the Terry strike. That's a huge factor.
Lillard surveying the D. There's the three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of a two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Gobert. Hawkins is out there with Murray. Then there's Wells, and it's Ryan in at the power forward. Wells with the steal. It's Hawkins on the wing. Murray outside. Right at the free throw line. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Nets lead by 11.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Wells. Now here's Murray. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Whitehead passes to Schroeder. It's hauled in by Hawkins. Hawkins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Gobert. Murray outside. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Edwards drives in. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Watford. Tries again. Wells grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 8. And here's Gobert, covered by Watford. Murray outside. Hawkins against Schroeder. There's the triple. The rebound by Watford. Watford's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Edwards passes to Watford. There's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the bench.
All of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Claxton against Gobert. Pass to Hawkins. From the wing. Rebounded by the Nets.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Whitehead. Rebound by Murray. Pelicans trail by 10. Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And the Pelicans making a change here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. I asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And that was almost a block. Still, he did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Whitehead, and that one is good.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And finished off by Williamson.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
Here's Edwards. Count it, good. Edwards got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Nets leading by 14. And there's the try. And Edwards with the stop.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And they took charge when it counted, and notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Champ.
Yeah, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Lillard with the bucket. 51 seconds left in the fourth. And the Nets with possession here. It's a 14-point game. Here's Edwards. No good there. Good D by Williams. In the corner, Murray with it. Back to Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And as we leave you, we
Good game.